This video is intended for educational purposes only. It demonstrates how AI assistant tools can be used responsibly to support academic writing while complying with detection systems and ethical research practices. This is the Pangram AI Detection tool. I recently came across this tool and discovered that it is significantly more advanced and challenging to bypass compared to Turnitin and other AI detectors. You can either upload a file or paste your text directly to check for AI-generated content. In all of my previous videos, I have consistently encouraged the use of Google Scholar articles, along with tools like ChatGPT and DeepSeek, to conduct research in an ethical and responsible way. However, Pangram often still flags the text, even when we're using peer-reviewed sources and relying on ChatGPT solely as a supportive assistant. Here's an example of a text I tested. It was completely detected as AI-generated. You can see the highlighted words. These are common linguistic patterns typically found in AI writing. Pangram tends to recognize phrases that frequently appear together in AI-generated content. The tool breaks the text into segments and highlights which parts are flagged. For example, this first segment shows 99.9% AI likelihood. The second segment shows the same. And here's a third segment. You also have the option to download a detailed AI report, which includes visual graphs and an overall plagiarism score. You'll notice the orange line running through the text, indicating that the entire passage is flagged as AI-generated. It also highlights the specific word combinations commonly linked with AI writing. Now I'm going to show you how Pangram still flags AI-generated text, even when you're using articles from Google Scholar. I'll begin by writing a prompt that asks for lengthy paragraphs based on specific article content. I'll be pasting the article here. Next, I'll instruct ChatGPT to focus only on my specific research question. Here, I'm posting my research question. I already have 2 articles that answer this question. I'll copy those articles. You can refer to the video above to learn how to find relevant Google Scholar articles using ChatGPT. I'll copy and paste each article into ChatGPT. My focus is on the methods, findings, and discussion sections, so ChatGPT can extract and focus only on the findings that relate directly to my question. Now ChatGPT is answering the question. If your article is too long and ChatGPT says the input exceeds the limit, you can repeat the same process using DeepSeek. Once the answer is completed, I'll copy that text. Although this text is AI-generated, it comes directly from the articles I provided to ChatGPT. I'll now paste it here and check for AI detection. As you can see, the entire text is flagged as AI. However, if I check the same content in Turnitin, it will show 0% AI. I only use ChatGPT as an assistant, yet the entire text is flagged. Even if I use tools to try and remove the AI markers, it still gets flagged. For example, I'll paste that same text into QuillBot and paraphrase it using a shorter version. Now that QuillBot has paraphrased the content, I'll copy and paste it into Pangram again. As you can see, it still shows as AI, no matter how much I try to revise the text, whether using different tools or editing manually, it still gets detected as AI. That's why I mentioned earlier that this tool is much more complex. Now I'll go back to ChatGPT and show you how we can fix this. We need to edit the prompt, so click on the Edit option and add a few key instructions. I'll ask ChatGPT to write the response in several paragraphs by directly quoting from the articles. I'll specifically instruct ChatGPT to only quote the sections that are relevant to my research question. My next instruction is to mention Article 1 and Article 2. As you know from the beginning, I pasted 2 articles here. So at the start of each article, I'll label them clearly as Article 1 and Article 2. I'm doing this so that when ChatGPT generates an answer, it will highlight which article each part of the answer is coming from. This will help me easily recognize the source, and I can cite the correct article accordingly. As you know, citation is also important. My next instruction is that I'll strictly mention, do not write anything on your own, only respond by directly quoting from the articles. Then, I'll click the Send option, and now ChatGPT is directly quoting from the articles. It only mentions specific paragraphs that are related to my research question. Since I'm familiar with my topic, I can recognize that these paragraphs are indeed relevant to my question. It even labels each paragraph with Article 1 and Article 2, which makes it easier for me to cite the text from relevant articles correctly. I'll copy this and paste it into QuillBot. This text will have plagiarism, because it's not AI generated. ChatGPT simply pulled the original text directly from the articles. So, we already know it contains plagiarized content. And now we need to change this text. For example, remove headings and remove quotation marks. I'll read each paragraph and remove the quotation marks manually. QuillBot does not paraphrase content inside quotation marks, and we also shouldn't use long quoted sentences, especially in academic writing. Human effort is required. You can add a few personal touches to the text, such as personal examples, or phrases like research shows, previous studies found that, or it has been demonstrated that. These phrases help customize and personalize the writing. Now, paraphrase the text. I'm using the short version of QuillBot. Once the entire text is paraphrased, I'll copy it and paste it back into Pangram. After pasting the new version, I'll check for AI detection. You can see now that the result says this text is human written, with only 0.1% AI. You can also download the full report. I've just shown you a short example here, but you can repeat this same process to create longer texts. We don't need to read entire articles to find relevant information. ChatGPT will do that for us. However, human input is still necessary. You must read carefully, remove plagiarism, personalize the text, revise the content, and delete any sentences that don't fully relate to your question. But I believe this method will help reduce some of your concerns. Don't forget to cite the sections from the original articles you used. You can refer to the video above for guidance on how to properly include citations and references. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more helpful videos in the future.